Hi guys, welcome back to my channel once more. If you're new, thank you so much for picking me. If you have been around, thank you so much for sticking with me. um Firstly, a disclaimer: I'm filming outside because it's so hot in the house, so if there are any external noises, please forgive me, but I'm going to try to pause whenever there's a distracting sound. But yeah, today I am filming before I actually tell you guys what I'm filming, I have noticed people have been subscribing. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, and I hope if you're new, you will subscribe down below and press that notification button so you will be notified when I upload a video. So today I will be filming a sit down because it's been a while. Next up, I was about to actually upload a vlog, but thanks to my subscriber guys, like I feel so honored that I can get subscribers who actually give out suggestions on what I can film. So thanks to Pearl Nini Mazibuko. I have my notes down here, so if I look down, please forgive me, that's what I'm looking at. So thanks to my subscriber Pearl Nini Mazibuko, who suggested that I actually do an update of a few things I'm experiencing in my pregnancy. If you're new and you don't know, I am pregnant, hence the puffy face, the swollen hands, and a dark neck. It all comes with the package. I just didn't know. But anyway, so yeah, so I've listed a few things that that she suggested, and I'm gonna tell you guys my experience. Oh yeah, and the shortness of breath, and my experience throughout my first and second trimester, because I am on my third trimester now. Oh my god, please forgive me, I'm outside, so I just saw a very huge mosquito, because should it bite me, this is just not gonna happen. Anyway, let me continue. So thank you so much, Poe, I really appreciate that. So if any of you would like me to film a video about something, and of course you need to be reasonable. Do not ask me to film something that would be too personal. So just suggest something that will be reasonable for me to actually film, just like what Paul had suggested. So first, I'm gonna discuss my cravings. During first and second, all of this will be based on my first and second trimester. I think on one of the videos I did touch up on my first trimester. I think I was still on my second trimester, but now I am on my third trimester, so that's why I can actually safely discuss my first and my second trimester. So cravings, wow, cravings, I haven't been craving much. I did mention that on my first trimester, the only thing would have been just feeling nauseous, but I wouldn't actually throw up. So I would just drink water with lemon to actually put it down, or rather to get rid of it. So that was the only problem I had in my first trimester. So I had no cravings whatsoever. I had food aversions. I didn't like the smell of meat. Any type of meat I did not like. If I ate meat, I would avoid smelling it before it was cooked, so I would be able to eat it. So yeah, that was it with my cravings. It's still the same thing. I don't crave anything. Rather, I have foods, or rather things that I would actually like eating most of the time, but I wouldn't actually drive out and go buy them. If they're not in the house, they're not in the house, so I wouldn't even bother. So like I liked, well, I still do like ice cream, specifically the tornado one, the one you actually buy at the garage. So every time I go to the garage, I would just grab a few of those, and that's exactly what Bobo does as well when he goes to the garage. Tornado. What else do I crave? But sweet things. Oh, and a jam sandwich. That's what I like. If I have no idea of what I actually feel like eating, so I would just make a jam sandwich and eat that. It would be fine until I decide what is it that I actually want to eat. And I am actually grateful that I'm not so uptight about my cravings, because I know Uboba is just not one of those guys. He might seem nice, but he's just not one of those guys who would actually run out and go get whatever I'm craving in the middle of the night. He would get it if it's a matter of life or death, but he would just not do it. So I'm grateful of that, and I'm sure he's happy that it's not happening, because I just don't crave. I don't have cravings. I just eat what I eat, and I've realized that I never know what I want to eat until I see somebody eating something. Like, he would ask me what I want for breakfast and I wouldn't know what I want, and I'll just tell him to order whatever he wants, and I'm gonna eat that because I would want that. So yeah, that's it. So even if I just go, I browse on social media and I see, or I'm watching videos on YouTube of people eating, I will just crave that. But I have been loving coffee, of course decaf. So I've been loving coffee, especially iced coffee. So even if I just don't buy it, because it's not, I wouldn't say it's a craving, because I would just make coffee in the house and put ice in it. So that would really help. And just beverages with ice, with lots of ice. I even have grape Tizer over here with just ice. So that's it with my cravings. So I'm pretty happy and appreciate that my pregnancy hasn't been that complicated and too much. I know I've heard stories, or you guys have heard stories of how other pregnancies are, but of course they do say pregnancies are different, and that's true. I do not have any cravings. So next is sleeping patterns. That has been okay. First trimester, I did not sleep. I've been lucky enough that some of the symptoms Boba is experiencing. So first trimester, I did not sleep. I wouldn't even nap. So Boba would be the one sleeping. Okay, I did say I'm filming outside, so that's just my neighbor's car if you can hear it. But anyway, so Boba would be the one sleeping and taking naps non-stop. He would actually come back from work because he's sleepy. So he would just sleep. Let him eat, sit on the couch, he's gone. That was Boba, and I'm so happy that I did not experience that, because it was hot. It was still hot by then, and I wouldn't have coped napping all the time and sleeping all the time in the heat in the house. So Boba would do that. Isn't that just amazing? So Boba would do that. Second trimester, he continued with that symptom, still sleeping, but I joined a bit, because if he sleeps, then I'm bored and I want to sleep as well. So I would sleep. So now, not actually now, and then later on in the second trimester, I had problems sleeping. I wouldn't had insomnia, so I would just be awake the whole night and probably go to bed around 3 or 4. That went on until now, because last night I went to bed at 4 a.m. So when I sleep all the way through till 4 a.m. or early in the morning, then I would wake up, say midday at 12, latest at 1. So imagine that. So I've actually noticed that even the baby now is doing that. Well, baby would sleep. I think they're sleeping because they wouldn't be kicking. So while I'm actually watching TV, so throughout that time while I'm awake in the odd hours, they would be awake as well until I go to bed, and would actually sleep and then wake up. But what I've noticed now, recently, especially this week, whenever I wake up, they'd still be sleeping. So I really need to work on that. I've read that probably on the last or second last month, you should start going back to your normal sleeping patterns, so the baby can adjust to that as well, so they don't have trouble when they are here. So that's the problem I've been having with sleeping. I really don't feel asleep. Like even now, I woke up midday, like at 12. I had breakfast. Buba had already decided what we're having for breakfast, and I ate that because I really cannot decide what I feel like eating. So I had that. Took a shower. I actually had a great afternoon. Well, I would say morning if I woke up in the morning, but I did not wake up in the morning, so it was in the afternoon. So I had a great afternoon. It was just one of those days where I'm like, yes, I feel good and I can actually film this video. So yeah, that's what happened. I treated myself to a facial, a DIY facial, which was really really great. So I did that. What else? So and then I decided I'm gonna film this video. I'm just checking out Boba because I know he's somewhere outside. Yeah. So yes, as I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted. I'm in a very very sacred corner. So Boba came out and couldn't see where I am but could hear me. So he was looking for me. Anyway, next I was about to talk about my mood swings. I would be lying. Actually, Boba would also be lying if he said I have mood swings. I have none whatsoever. Instead, I actually think, sorry, I think there's a bit of light on top there that might be distracting. Yeah, that's fine. So I think he would actually be lying and not telling the truth if he said I was moody or whatever. Instead, I feel like he has his days where he's moody and I don't get it, but I've figured out that he's taking some of the symptoms. It's not that bad. He would just be quiet for a day and not speak or not be happy as he would be, or not that he's not happy, but he'd just be quiet and be reserved, and I like just that. I'm really sorry for this light. I think there's a tree up there, so when it moves it shows a little bit of light. That's distracting. I think that's better. I don't want to distract you guys while you're watching this video. Yeah, anyway, so that's it with my mood swings. There is nothing whatsoever. I am not moody. I'm just one what do you call it, behavior, I don't know, but I'm just myself. There's nothing huge happening. I don't like it when I'm slouching down there, but yeah. So yeah, that's it with my mood swings. And then let me just get to my changes either in my body or just in my life. So let me just start with in my life. Nothing has changed. Well, I have it has registered in my head that I'm having a baby, and I'm just struggling with I'm sorry guys, I just want you guys to I'm just struggling with not that I'm struggling, I've got anxiety over the fact that I have to give birth. I'm just anxious about that. So slowly but surely I'm reading articles and I'm taking lessons on the side to get me ready for that process and getting my body ready for that process. So the anxiety is slowly going down, but it's not that bad. I am anxious, but it's not that bad. I know our bodies were made to do this. I am it's just because I've never been through this and I don't know what to expect. Yes, pregnancies are different, but it could be good, it could be bad. You never know. So, but God willingly, it will go well and everything's gonna go well. And then changes in my body. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of things that I had no idea you go through when you're pregnant, and nobody had actually mentioned when they were telling their stories. In one of the vlogs, I was complaining about pregnancy acne. I had no idea that happens, but I was just so shocked because my first trimester, my face was amazing. I had nothing. It was so smooth. I was glowing. Started second trimester in the middle of it, I think, or just when it started, I had pregnancy acne and I didn't understand where was that coming from until I read up on the app and it said that's completely normal. So yeah, that's it. Pregnancy acne, you could, if you just come closer, you would see a few. Just that today I have a little bit of makeup because I was feeling good, so I was able to cover that up. I don't know if you can see marks, especially on this side of my face, and I had one over here, so I was able to get rid of that and I'm fine now. So but that caught me off guard. I wasn't ready for that one because I just thought, oh great, my face is okay. It was just my nose that was puffy. So yeah, nothing else. So pregnancy acne. And mind you, I did not do anything. I did not apply any products because I'm trying to avoid as much products and medication to take while I'm pregnant, because I don't know what's safe and not safe while I'm pregnant, and I'm not about to do a research over that. So I was just like, because they're saying it's normal, I'm just gonna let it be and it will go away when it goes away. So I did not do anything. And then stretch marks, I don't have as much. It's probably a few of the ones I had before I got pregnant. I probably had like 3 on each side of my belly. But now I think they're getting a bit darker, but I'm fine with that. It's okay. My only problem is already, my only worry and my only prayer is, can they not come like in front over here on my belly? Because I moisturize in the morning and at night before I go to bed. So I apply oil and massage my belly. So I just hope they do not come in front of my belly, so there isn't anything so far, and crossing fingers, it stays like that. So no stretch marks anywhere whatsoever. But biggest problem my biggest problem in this pregnancy has been a hyperpigmentation. Oh my goodness, it started on my neck. My neck is actually darker than my face. It is so dark. You probably can't see it. Even a little bit on my chest. You probably can't see it now, but my neck is dark. My armpits are dark. My nipples, of course, I get that the dark area around my nipples will be a little bit darker, even more, but it's spreading. So my boobies are dark. My armpits are dark. My sides of my belly, I can just pick up like areas where it's dark. Like it's too much. It is too much. Oh, and then another thing is I'm swelling up, because I can just feel my hands right now. They are swelling up. They're swelling up, and my feet are not as bad. It's just my hands, like out of nowhere, like right now while I'm sitting, I can feel that they're swollen. They've swollen already. My feet are fine, just that I can't wear sneakers anymore. They don't fit, or if they fit, I can walking out of from the bedroom to the car is enough walking in those shoes, but I would never go out anywhere in sneakers. So I spent the rest of the day in my slippers in the house if I'm not going anywhere. If I'm going somewhere, I have slippers, not slippers. I have sneakers that have an elastic on the sides, so it's easier for them to adjust to my foot if it's swollen. So I am able to walk in those if I'm going to the mall, or I just simply wear flops. That's it. Or what else? My thumbs. I forgot to actually Google the right word to describe, to tell you what that is, but it happens in pregnancy. I first started with the right thumb. I At first it felt dislocated, but I had no idea what was going on, because I would hardly be able to wash, tie my hair, bath, or just hold something, because my thumb would just lose it or get stiff. So that went on. I think I mentioned it in one of the vlogs, and I think my ring is getting a bit tighter now. It is, guys. Like, look at that. But anyway, so I did mention it on one of the vlogs that my thumb was not, I think somewhere in my Christmas vlogs, my thumb was not working. So when I went to a gynae, I did explain this because it was too long and it was painful, and it was on this side as well, but not as bad on the left, because I even got like a brace for the for the right thumb. So my gynae suggested I go see I confused an orthodontist and an orthoped. So I suggested that I go see an orthoped. So I did go see an orthoped, and he said it's normal in pregnancy. Some women actually experience this throughout their whole pregnancy, or if you do get medication, it goes away for that period, for that period. And then once you have a baby, because when you actually carrying your baby and doing all this up and down for your baby, then it comes back again. So what he did, he suggested we start on an injection. So I got an injection over here, just on my wrist. So he gave me an injection, and he said that injection would actually last me for 3 months. So I was covered until the end of my pregnancy. So that's much better. It's gone. I don't know what kind of injection that was, but yeah, that's the kind of injection they give pregnant women, because this normally happens in older people, and for older people they actually go and operate, but for pregnancy they just give you that injection. So should it come back again after delivery, I'll get another injection. If it comes back after that, then I'll have to go and I'll have to go for surgery. So yeah, that happened, and it's gone. My thumbs are fine. What else? So yeah, that's what's been happening with my pregnancy. I haven't started shopping, but we did go through websites of baby shops, looking, because we have a list of the stuff we need. Remember, I had told you in one of the vlogs that I'll actually do a list. So we have a list. So we've gone through the websites, and we've gone to shops and asked for quotes. So when we start buying, we just buy everything all at once. I know some of you might think that might be taking a risk, because then you won't know what you have or what you're missing, but don't worry, I have a list. And the way I am, I wouldn't want to be unprepared for all of this. So I do have a list, and I know exactly what I want, down to nipple cream, down to what, just, but yeah, I have a list of everything that I think I would need, or rather basic and important stuff for baby and for myself. So yeah, and another thing that I actually wanted to film maybe towards the end of my third trimester, I wanna film a video of just giving of moms to be an idea of what you should be doing when, because I really struggled with knowing. Firstly, I had no idea when am I supposed to start shopping for baby, or when should I book my hospital bed, all those things, and when I should um uh or maybe I can just cover all of those in this video, so I just don't have to film another one, because at the end of this trimester, I wanna do an update on what I've done and what I've bought, and then after that the baby will be here, so we'll just catch up on that after the baby. So I didn't know when to start shopping, because I would watch videos and people would just be shopping whenever they want. So I did it differently. I have a list. I'm just going to buy everything all at once. I know it's too much, but we have our reasons why. So we're going to be doing that now. So probably from next week we'll start doing that. So that's the shopping. And then when it comes to booking my hospital bed, according to general knowledge, you can book your bed anytime. But when I called my medical aid and wanted to book, firstly you need to let your medical aid know that you're expecting. Well, I had to let my medical aid know that I was expecting right after 8 weeks. So then I sign up into this maternity program, so then I can get all the benefits that comes with that pregnancy. Because if you're not registered on that program, you don't get all the other benefits that come with being pregnant. And plus, medical aids can be really, really dodgy, so they can just find a loophole for them not to pay. So I registered with that maternity program, where they send you updates on your pregnancy, how far you are, what to expect, what you should be doing. So that's that. And then where was I going? I forgot. Pregnancy brain. It exists, just that I refuse to accept its pregnancy brain, but it's there. Just now I've already forgotten what I want. Where was I going with this point? Oh, booking my bed. So then when I called telling them I would like to book a bed, then they send me a list of all the stuff they need, information they need, like the hospital, the gynae, the GP, the pediatrician, and certain codes that would actually tell them what kind of delivery am I gonna have, whether I'm gonna have a C-section or I'm gonna have a V-birth. So yeah, but because I didn't have those codes as yet, my gynae had said we're gonna have to wait until my third trimester. At a certain point during my third trimester, then he will know what kind of a birth am I gonna have, if the baby is safe enough, is great enough for me to have a V-birth, or we'll have to do a C-section. So once I've been to my gynae, I think the appointment after the next one, which is next week, in a week's time, then the next one, that's where we're gonna find out what kind of birth am I gonna have. Then we can have those codes that the medical aid had requested. So after that, he's gonna give me a hospital admission, because luckily enough, his offices are inside the hospital. So if he gives me the admission form, it's the same admission form I would actually get from the hospital. So I'm gonna get that admission form from him and just fill out everything, and he'll just help me with everything and submit. So that's how, or rather that's when am I gonna book my hospital bed. So yeah, I think that's just it. And to Pal, I hope I have covered everything, and I really hope you will enjoy this video. And to everybody else, I hope you will enjoy this video as well. And if you have questions, please leave them down below. I will happily answer them, but not personal questions, guys, not too personal questions. But yeah, you get what I mean. So thank you so much. If you've watched until this far, you probably enjoyed this. So if you also would like to be like Poet and like me to film a certain video about something, just leave a comment down below and I might just do it. But it depends what is it that you're suggesting or requesting I film. But thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate you guys being around and subscribing. I hope everybody who's watching, even you who haven't subscribed and have been thinking about it, it's free, darling. It's really free. Just click the subscribe button and let's be family, let's be friends. And yeah, thank you so much, Pearl. I hope you have more suggestions. Bye everyone.